You know, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a few things that I need to say up front that will, of course, serve as the intro to this masterpiece. Now, what I'm going to give y'all in this video is the politically correct version of what we're going to deal with in this weekend's Rabbit Hole production. I'm going to address this Stacey Dash and why she's offering an apology now to Negroes. And I'm also going to touch upon and give you the unedited, unscripted version of this Vivica Fox. And you've all heard what she said. The first video that I seen was one by one O'Shea Duke Jackson. And as I'm watching his video, I'm thinking to myself, in the tradition of the Four Horsemen, I'm going to run down to the ring with a folding chair and get me a piece of this. So you know what it is, second nature like breathing. If you want the Vivica Fox, Stacey Dash piece, Rabbit Hole Production, send me an email. I'll get you the link. Now in this video here, I'm just going to rant. It's going to be a politically correct rant, but it's going to be a rant nonetheless. And if you follow my videos, I consistently say that the Diagnostic Statistical Manual that classifies mental disorders needs to seriously consider labeling being not only a Negro, but particularly being a black female as a mental disorder. Because that's exactly what it is. Now I know some people will get offended by that. They don't like that. But it's not as harsh as it sounds, because now you have to understand now, there's a reason why you want to classify it as a mental disorder. Because once you classify something as a mental disorder, you then can solicit funding to try to find a cure. It's just like cancer. You have billions of dollars donated to cancer and cancer research to try to find a cure for cancer. Alzheimer's, same thing. You have billions of dollars to try to find a cure. So once you have these disorders and they're classified, you then can solicit funding. You have all these foundations that donate billions and billions of dollars, entertainers, athletes donating billions and billions of dollars to this charity, to this cause, try to find a cure. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to classify it as being a mental disorder, because then we can find or try to find a solution, a cure. And the reason why we want to find a cure is because when you look at Vivica Fox, how do you explain this? I mean, how do you actually rationalize in your mind a black woman sitting on that cocktails with coons, and she's sitting there and she's defending Prince Harry, and in her efforts of defending him, she suggests that he's not only come to the black side, but that he's a light-skinned brother. And the other women on the panel, they just laugh and they agree with her. How do you explain this? Once you take a look at Prince Harry in his garb of playing the Nazi. Now, because we know the formation, we know the snap count, and we know the play that they're going to run, what the Sapphires will say and what Vivica Fox will say is that he was young. He made a mistake. He was young. He was in his 20s. You can't hold him to that. I mean, my goodness. Now what? He's in his 40s? I mean, come on now. He's grown. He's mature. He's changed. He's not the same person. And I sit back and I think about that because that's kind of interesting, because that's the same argument that I used when they were attacking that Kevin Samuels. When they were trying to pigeonhole him to events that took place in his past. Doesn't that serve as the foundation of why y'all dox each other? With the hopes of finding some dirt on somebody? Something that they did 20 years ago? I mean, this is the Negro's logic. And I told y'all, listen, the only way that what a person done in their past has any relevance to the present is if they're still doing it. If they're still doing it. Y'all know when I bashed Freddie Gray as being a dope dealer when he saw those two cops, that's because he was a dope dealer the day he died. That's why when he seen those cops, he broke and ran. I mean, we can sit here and play like, play dumb, like we don't really know. But listen, we know why Freddie Gray, when he seen those two cops sitting at that stoplight, he broke and ran. They looking at him running. They like, why this Negro running? So, of course, they going to chase him. What you running for, Negro? We ain't even thinking about you, but you see us and you break and run. What did you do? The reason why he broke and ran is because he didn't know whether they're going to stop him because he had dope on him. And in the process of running, he ditched the dope. We ain't got to sit here and play with this, y'all. But if Freddie Gray sold dope, when he was in his teens, I wouldn't even reference that. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. This is the reason why y'all don't see me engaging in that goofy doxing. I don't want to know that much about you Negroes. I don't want to know where you work. I don't want to know what kind of car you drive. I don't want to know where you stay. It's not like I'm coming over there. Hell, if I was invited, I wouldn't come. So I don't need to know anything about you to deconstruct your position. But yet and still, that is the basis of why y'all do that shit to one another. Y'all hope y'all can find some dirt. And if you find some dirt, if a person got arrested for shoplifting when they were 19 and they're 40, y'all gonna bring that up. Look, see? But now Prince Harry, because he's a white man, we got to give him a chance to change. We have to afford him the opportunity to mature. We got to let him evolve. We can't hold him to what he did when he was 20. See, this is y'all's thinking. And the reason why y'all think like that is because y'all love white people. I keep telling y'all this. I got black men who get mad at me when I tried to tell these Negroes, listen, man, y'all got to stop calling these women, these black women who love this white man, y'all got to stop calling them bad wenches. Y'all got to stop calling them bad witches, man, because first of all, the term is used out of context, because the women that y'all would refer to as a bad witch, some of these women were married to the white man that they were with. Now, that's not a bad witch, because the white man during slavery, he didn't marry his bad witch. No, nobody in his family, be it his uncle, his sons, when they engaged with that bad witch, it was over. They didn't marry her. So that's number one. But number two is, if you're going to call this black woman a bad wench because she's this is the politically correct version, y'all. So let's because she's cohabitating or she's engaging with this white man, then what does that make you when you engage with that white woman? Because we know damn well y'all love that white woman. And if you can't, in the case of these pro-black, back to Africa, red, black, and greens, black first Negroes that y'all see all over social media, talking that black stuff, in their cases, because they know it'll be outright hypocrisy if they got a white woman with their fist in the air. So what they do is they will get them a black female who looks white. And when I say looks, I'm not talking about pigmentation. Therefore, they can say, well, damn, I ain't with no white woman. I got me a sister. Yeah, but look at her. Again, not pigmentation. She ain't got no control over that. She has control over wearing a blonde weave, though. She has control over that. And since they know it'll be outright hypocrisy for them to be with a white woman, they will get them a black woman who looks white. And the reason why that is because y'all love white people. What have I told y'all, man? Hell, who loves them more? You gotta have a race. You gotta conduct a race, man. You gotta have this black man run a 40-yard dash against that black woman. Put them two Negroes in two separate lanes. At the finish line of that black man's lane, put that white woman. At the finish line of that black woman's lane, put that white man. And you had them two Negroes run a 40-yard dash. I told y'all, it's gonna be neck and neck, man. It's gonna be close. It's going to be close. If it's not a tie. And that's the reason why Vivica Fox can look at a Prince Harry. No matter what he's done, no matter dressing up like a Nazi, that doesn't matter. He was young. We're going to forgive him. White men are the only ones who are afforded that forgiveness. Black women aren't going to forgive black men like that. If you mess up, you messed up. They're going to pigeonhole you to whatever you've done, no matter how long ago it was, no matter how much you have changed, no matter how much you have evolved, no matter how much you have matured, they're going to hold you to that mistake. If you're a black male. But a white man, oh shit, his white skin has the potential, ladies and gentlemen, to cover a multitude of sins and imperfections. She's going to give him a pass, as they have done, as most black women have done. They don't care nothing about him dressing up as no Nazi. They don't care nothing about that. It's a matter... I almost slipped. Let me take a sip of this, because, you know, I'm going to get this video out the way, because this is March Madness, and y'all know that I'm going to watch my Michigan. I believe they play at 3, and they going to play Texas Southern. I got to watch that game, y'all. I got to watch my Michigan, #1 seeded Michigan. And as I said, I'm pushing for them to play Gonzaga, because Gonzaga is overrated. I'm not impressed. They play in a weak conference. If you filled out a March Madness bracket and you did not include Michigan making it to the Final Four and ultimately winning the tournament, you filled out your bracket wrong. Let me get that out the way. So this is why she would look at this guy and have that kind of logic, man. I mean, you have to look at it and call it what it is, man. That's strange, man. It's just weird. It's just downright weird, man. And when you look at that, I can't really watch them, that cocktail coons. I can't. It's like hearing somebody run their fingernails across a chalkboard. I can't watch that crap. But she gets up there and she makes these goofy statements, these stupid statements, and then these other women, they sit there and applaud her and they agree with it. They were all wet when they was talking about that Prince Harry. That just, they, oh my goodness. If I could just find me a white man like that. And if you bring up to them, hey, wait a minute, y'all all over this dude, but what do you think about him dressing up as a Nazi? Oh, shit, how old was he? That was years ago. See, y'all forgive them. Y'all won't forgive a black male for that. Y'all forget his white man. And I see that white woman, she doesn't understand. And I feel so sorry for her. I really do. I mean, shit. I've had conversations with white women, and what's sad about them is that they actually believe. They actually have sipped the purple Kool-Aid, and they actually believe that this black woman is their friend. They actually believe that. And I tell them, listen, she don't like you. She doesn't like you any more than she likes me. See, when it comes down to forgiveness, I'm the lowest man, and when I say I'm talking about black men, are the lowest on the totem pole. A notch above us is you. And when I mean you, I'm talking about that white woman. You're next. You're the least likely to be forgiven. She's not going to forgive you for crap. Now, she ain't going to tell you this. She doesn't like you. She tolerates you. But you can best believe that if you bring your husband or your boyfriend around her, you better watch her. You better watch her. Because it's just like look, we all, look, I told you I'm just ranting in this video. Listen, it's just like, people send me emails asking me about Kirk Franklin, and I don't care nothing about what he says to his grown son. That means nothing to me. Because I know that those relationships are so, there's a lot of moving parts, man. You don't have the whole story. You don't have the history. So since there's a lot of moving parts, man, that dude is in his 30s. I can understand if his son was 3 years old, but he's 33 years old, man. Come on. You mean to try to tell me you don't have dysfunctional relations in your family? I mean, there's some of my family I don't even fuck with. And I mean, it is what it is. I don't fuck with them. Listen, I'm not, no, stay over there, I'll stay over here. And this is family. And I've told y'all many times, I can remember my family every year has a reunion, a picnic. They normally have it in August. And I've been to that picnic once. And the only reason why I went, the year that I went was the year that my mother passed. And my mother's sisters, my aunts, wanted to take a photo of the children. And my sister, who's above me, who we're very close, was able to get in my ear and convince me that you need to come. And for that reason, and that reason alone, that's the only reason why I went. And had they taken the photo when the picnic started, I would have dipped. But because they waited till everybody ate and everybody playing all that, they waited to the end to take the photo, I had to stay. That was in 2011. Have not been back. Have it every year. No, I'm not coming to that. Half of y'all I don't like, the other half I don't trust. And this is family. So no, I'm not going to deal with that Kirk Franklin piece. We got dysfunctional people in our family. We know this. Come on, stop. But yet and still, you got these women who they will offer this they will offer Prince Harry forgiveness. No matter what he's done. And it's the same that y'all are about to do with Stacey Dash. Now that whole piece with Stacey Dash, and like I said, I'm gonna tiptoe lightly here, but in the whole, I'm coming down the center of the plate because I have a problem. I have a problem when it comes down to these black women who opt to date and marry white men. I have no problem with that, baby. If that's what you want to do, go for it. As I told y'all, stop using me, and when I say me, I mean black men. Stop using us as your excuse. If you want to go that route, go that route. Don't use me as your justification. But now, once that relationship tanks, don't come back. Stay there. Stay over there. And y'all have black women, and like I said, I'm not going to say no names here because this is a public video, but in the whole, I will. You damn right I will. But y'all have black women in y'all's colored sector of YouTube who were married to white men, have a house full of half-breed mongrel babies, just like Stacey Dash. I don't think she has a house full. I think she has 2 children. But when that relationship tanked, here they are in your sector. And I've even seen this one particular female sitting up on panels with these black first Negroes. Now, how do you explain that? How do you explain sitting up on a panel? You say you pro-black, you black first, you back to Africa, you red, black, and green. Shouldn't you have a problem with her? And I'm not saying that you have to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, listen, baby, you can't sit on this panel. If you wanted to sit on panels discussing black issues, then you shouldn't have went that route. Once you went that route, you cashed that card in. It's void. It's no good anymore. It has no value. You can come and listen. We can't stop you from listening. But as far as lecturing and teaching, and no, baby, no, not today, not no day. No, you're done. Can you imagine the alt-right having a platform, doing videos, talking their issues, and having a white woman that they know was married to a Negro, has biracial children with this Negro, up on their platform, lecturing them? Hell no. That ain't happening. That ain't happening, baby. No, you can't come back over. Because as far as we're concerned, you're a traitor. You're a traitor. But Stacey Dash, she can come back to y'all after all that she has done. All the things that she has said. And offer y'all a forgiveness. Offer y'all an apology. And what do y'all do? Y'all sit there and just play like she never said these things. And I'm going to tell y'all why in the whole. I'm not going to really, we're going to get that. Like I said, shameless plug for the Rabbit Hole production. You know what it is, Second Nature Like Breathing. Send me an email, I'll send you the link. We know the place she's running. We've seen it before. And we know that you black men are so weak. We know that you black men do not stand on principle, because if y'all stood on principle, y'all would tell her, listen, you got to go. You got to go. I don't care what you show us. I don't care how tight it is. I don't care none of that. Yeah, I'm going to look, but baby, you can't sit up here. You just can't. Not with us knowing your history. Now, if we don't know your history, then that's a different story. But now, since we all know that you were married to this white man, In Stacey Dash's case, she had 4 failed marriages with white men. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. And the odd thing about her is that she comes and she says, well, when I was on Fox News, I was the angry black woman. Stop. Put a period right there. Or not a period. Let's pause this. What were you angry about, Stacey? What were you angry about? I mean, you weren't married to a black man, because we understand why you would be angry then, because that's struggle love, right? But you weren't married to a black man. You were married to your 4th white man, which means you leveled up, which meant you hashtag divested. You had hypergamy. You got not a house full, but I think she has 2 biracial, mongrel, half-breed, dirty babies with green eye and good hair. What are you angry about? What are you angry about? Why are you the angry black woman when you're with your white man? And all of the schmeal that we hear these sisters talk about, you should have been so happy. You should have been giddy. What were you angry about? And again, like I said, I'm tempted, but I'm not going to do it here. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to say that for the whole, because I'm going to address that in the whole. Because we've seen this play before, man. It's nothing new. That's the reason why you can't take these hotep, these pro-blacks, these back to Africas, these red, black, and greens, these black first Negro. You can't take these Negroes serious, man. You can't. You just can't. You can't take them serious, because you're telling me that you're about black love, you're about black people first, and you have no problem with this sister here? And like I said, you don't have to be disrespectful, but you can be, look, all due respect, sister, we can't have you sitting up here with us. We can't. We're going to stand on this principle. But we already know that you black men are so thirsty. We know that y'all so weak, that if she has the right anatomical structure, and I'm being politically correct here, y'all know what I would say in the whole. I mean, I ain't... Y'all been down that rabbit hole, man. Y'all already know. But if she has the right anatomical structure, and she's willing to, reveal certain parts of that anatomical structure, we know that you black men will forgive. And that's the same thing with Stacey Dash. Now, Stacey Dash, she's not no, as we would call, quote unquote, thick sisters, but I mean, she's going to be able to put on that 50 pounds of makeup and that blonde hair flowing and all that. Y'all going to be Google-eyed, just like I'm going to show y'all in the whole, the tweet that she sent out. And I'm reading the comments in the tweet, and there's a Negro in the tweet, in the comment thread, who called this female a queen. I screenshotted it. I'm going to deal with it in the whole. I mean, nigga... Hey, wait a minute, guy. Wait a minute. A queen? 4 marriages with 4 white men. The last white man, when it hit rock bottom, she gets arrested for domestic violence with this white dude. Now that those relationships have tanked, now she wants to come back to y'all, and you dumb niggas are calling her a queen. Let me stop, because you know what? I'm going to have to reserve that for the rabbit hole. Matter of fact, let me close this video out. I done ranted enough. I told y'all, I just wanted to rant. It was a politically correct rant, but it was a rant nonetheless. If you want that Stacey Dash, why she gave the apology now, you know what it is, Second Nature Like Breathing. Send me an email, I'll send you the link. Because at the end of the day,